Dear viewers of CYC, welcome back to another episode of A Healthy Family. We are continuing with our discussion. If you remember from last time, we started talking about the kindergarten period. This is children age 3 to 5 or 6. By the grace of God, we'll talk about the same phase today, but we are going to cover a different topic than growth. We finished the growth period and the different areas of growth in this phase. Today we're going to talk about some symptoms in this phase. 5 or 6 areas of complaints from parents and servants. Number 1, thumb sucking. Sucking their thumb, putting their thumb in the mouth and sucking it. Some of the parents and the servants, they make a big deal out of that. Briefly, not to go into much details because our program, our concept is 10-minute message, brief, simple, applicable. What to do with it is to leave it alone, neglect it, avoid it. Of course, some parents, they make a war at home, punish the child to stop doing it. Some of the parents, they wrap something around the thumb, put something that tastes bad. All that will backfire. The healthy solution, since we're talking about healthy family, the healthy solution is neglected. Nobody keeps sucking the thumb till they get married. It will go away by itself. It might have some dental effect that can be corrected later on by the dentist, but don't pay much attention to it. Another area during this period, in the kindergarten period, 3 to 6, is the bedwetting. The child will wake up in the morning with the bed wet. Some families also make a war, a fight, tension in the whole family about that. Very simply, this is involuntary work of the bladder of the child. The child is not doing that to tease the parents. The child is not doing that intentionally. He gains or she gains something. The child is asleep and the brain is asleep and the bladder opens and the urine comes out. Few things parents can do. Number 1, don't give liquids after 5 or 6 p.m. Number 2, some parents wake up the child in the middle of the night to take him or her to the bathroom. Number 3, some parents, they have a buzzer which can be bought from some companies. The buzzer will start an alarm once the first drop of urine touches the blanket, a certain blanket, and the child will wake up to continue in the bathroom. In some severe cases, children can take some medications, antidepressants, and antidepressants, they have the side effect of controlling the neck of the urinary bladder, and by doing that, controlling the bedwetting. If you leave the whole problem, the problem will disappear gradually. It is similar to number 1, thumb sucking. Nobody gets married while he is still wetting his bed. It does not help the child to put him or her down or make fun of them because the psychological effect of the problem can be long-lasting. Another area of problem or symptoms in this phase is playing with the private parts. Also, our system here is simple and applicable advice. What do? We don't put the child down. We don't say it is a sin. We don't say it is dirty. We don't say God will punish you. What do? We bring his attention that private is private. That's what the word means. So if that's what he wants to do or she wants to do, they can go to the bathroom. The more I give attention to the behavior, the more I am reinforcing the behavior. Another question or area or symptom related to this but different is the sexual questions in this phase. Children become curious. How did I come to the world? Why mama is pregnant? Why Auntie Susie is pregnant? And of course, we do not mean a detailed biological discussion of sexuality. What we can say is, when God sees that dad and mom love each other, God sends in mama's tummy a tiny little baby, tiny small baby that keeps growing. The more mama eats, the baby gets bigger and bigger. And after 9 months, mama goes to the hospital to deliver the baby, and the family is very happy about the arrival of the new baby. For most of the children, it is a satisfactory, convincing answer. Children don't think like us. They don't need a detailed discussion about the sperm and the ovum and the sexual intimacy between a man and a woman. That's not the details they are asking for. If they ask more questions, we can go into more details, but simple answer where God, marriage, and love is in the answer. Another area or symptom is the nightmares. Some children, they have nightmares. We can put the room into soft music, slight dim lighting, leave the door open, go to the child to comfort him. In some severe cases, they need medication. Sibling rivalry, this is part of the human growth, and we talked last time about how sharing does help with the sibling rivalry. We don't feed into it, and we don't say, Mary, your sister is better than you, Mike, because blank, blank. That will feed into it. What should we do? Very few suggestions in this phase, the kindergarten period. Encouragement, support, positive comments, applaud for good behavior, because that will help us to increase the autonomy phase. People who joined us earlier about the infancy period, we said 12 months to 24 months, there is an autonomy phase, independent phase. So that will increase and continue the autonomy phase. Number 2, we respect children. Although children are little in size, but they are human beings. They have feelings, and they are sensitive in their feelings. And our responsibility is to help them to grow healthy spiritually and psychologically. This is why our program is Healthy Family. So our goal is to respect them. Christ respected children. The disciples were like us. They want to kick them away. They make noise. They are disorganized. They don't understand what Christ was talking about. But Christ, in his comforting style and attitude and in his love, he said, let them come to me. Don't reject them outside. They are important. They are the future of the church. They are going to carry the baton that we talked about in other episodes for the next generation. And avoid violence. To spank or not to spank, that's the question. We don't want to go into much boring details about this issue, but violence in the family will destroy the psyche of the child. Of course, the child needs a balance between love and firmness. Love and tenderness when he needs it, and firmness if we feel the behavior needs to be modified. But firmness doesn't mean violence. Firmness can be firm look in the eye, firm style of communicating and body language, and we can punish the child if you want, but not necessarily in a physical way. A child can be sent to his room or her room, can be privileges can be taken away, and also the spanking, we can decrease it, minimize it to the least possible. If you decide to spank your child, you need 3 conditions. Number 1, you are in control of your feelings. You are not angry and you lost control and you're attacking the child. Number 2, spanking should be in a soft area, like on the rear behind, and with the hand, not with a ruler, not with a belt, not with a rod of iron. Some people say there is a verse in the Bible about that. It does not exist. People made it up. Number 3, I am explaining to the child why I am spanking. Not he is a bad person or she is a bad person, but I'm talking about the behavior. Because in our family, We do not accept lying. So I'm talking about the behavior. I hope, my brothers and sisters, this was helpful for you to understand the developmental phase of kindergarten. And God willing, next time in Healthy Family, we'll go into a different stage. And till then, stay safe.